there a weather person here? No. Just sports people and news people. They don't matter. Just kidding. Thank you for coming out. It's a great day for League 42. This is something we've been pointing to for a long time. The statue has been in our consciousness for several years. We didn't know if we could ever make it happen, but with some great cooperation with our partners from the city of Wichita, here we are today to celebrate one of the monumental moments in our 8-year history. The first person I'd like to introduce to say a few words today is somebody that I've worked very closely with throughout the process of our league. He's the Director of Parks and Recreation for the city of Wichita, Troy Houtman.
Thank you very much for the introduction. I'm not going to say a whole lot other than I've been involved with a lot of projects. I've seen installation of swimming pools and large parks and all kinds of other things. But to me, this one means the most. Being a part of this project is definitely the most fulfilling, even though it's a little bit small, but it's who it represents. And we're able to bring in history and items that really change the way we think, in honoring somebody who's really, really special. Not just because of his baseball stats, but he's made an impact on our whole world and how we think about race and how we think about inclusion and diversity. So, to me, this is just one of the most special items to have in one of our parks. We have a lot of different art in our parks. We have a lot of different history, but this brings it all together. So, bringing Jackie Robinson here in a statue, and not just a statue. We could have just put a statue up, but the design folks and the folks that really have the vision and the thought, they made a really beautiful plaza. And with these panels with history, this is just a great place with the lighting. We even have insets in the road that represents a baseball. A bat. So we could do cool things if we really put our mind to it. And I really appreciate the vision and all the work that everybody put to make this happen. And most of all, Bob, your vision and your dedication. I don't know how many phone calls I got. I don't know, 200, 500. I lost count. But his tenacity to make this happen is just incredible. So a few other folks I wanted to make sure that we recognize. So we had the designer and landscape architect, Mid-Kansas Engineers Consultants, MKEC. They did a great job on this project. Thanks for all your work. We had the contractor, Pearson Construction, and their team. They did a fantastic job of making sure all the details were taken care of. We had some great city staff involved, Mike Armour, Larry Hoopner. We had some design folks, Greg Baum and Terry Durack. They did some of the construction here. And one person that I really wanted to show my appreciation towards is Ella Monique Bacchus. We brought her in the project, and she's the one that really kind of shared some vision and some ideas of doing something special. And it's really great to have somebody who's an African American working on this project and knows and really appreciates the history of Jackie Robinson. But more so, she just really took us to another level. She shared ideas with us that we never ever even thought of. So her imagination and creativity is very much appreciated. So I know we're going to appreciate this for a long time.
Corey.
Thank you very much.
Corey. I'm live on your page.
I thought Troy would never stop calling me about this project. Next up is the Vice Mayor of Wichita. He represents District 1, which is where we are right now, Brandon Johnson.
Woohoo!
Well, good evening, everyone. I will be very brief. I am excited about this project, excited about those who have worked on this project and what this means. If you haven't driven by here at night, I encourage you to come back tonight when it's dark to see all the lights and how this thing looks at night. It's wonderful. I'm glad to see this. Appreciate all the work that Bob has done with League 42 and the advancement of the northern side of McAdams Park, and how this has grown so much since it started. We're at over 600 young people now. 550 right now from where it started. So that's amazing. Thank you to my predecessor, Lavonta Williams, who's over here in the crowd, and all her work to support League 42. But this is amazing. I'm excited to see the statue. I haven't seen what it looks like just yet, so ready to see that. But thank you, Bob. Thank you, everyone who has supported this over the years, and excited for today and what this looks like. And city staff who's worked on making this all happen. Thank you all.
You know, it's big when you get the mayor to come out. The vice mayor, that's pretty big. But the mayor, come on now. We have arrived, people. Mayor Whipple.
You know, I don't know, Bob. I feel like there was a height joke somewhere in there with the vice mayor and myself. It's good to see you, Bob. I normally only see you on Twitter, so I'm glad to actually meet some of the people in person here. Frankly, you know, it's a beautiful night to be out, and I'm glad that we're all able to gather safely. One of the people I do want to introduce is Councilmember Claycomb, who's here. She is the district that directly connects to this district, so we share, or we all share the same community, but there is some overlap with the community. Is there any other council members here? Because if I don't introduce them, then I usually hear about it later, so I definitely want to make sure I cover my bases. No pun intended. That was about as dad joke as it gets. All right, so you know, with that, I should probably say a few words before we get into before it starts raining, to be honest. So again, my name is Mayor Brandon Whipple, and it is an absolute honor to be here and really to unveil this incredible statue for League 42 at McAdams Park. The statue is of the great Jackie Robinson, and it is presented today exactly 74 years after he broke the color barrier for professional sports in America. Now, as a sports fan, I am thrilled of the opportunity that League 42 provides to the youth of Wichita, bringing baseball to all kids who want to play. Because all kids deserve an opportunity to participate in sports. It has so many benefits. It helps kids stay active and develop lifelong habits. As a parent, I'm happy anytime I can get the kids away from a screen, whether that's the Kindle or mom's laptop that they steal, or a television, because sports, well, we all know sports are so much more than just exercise. Team sports like baseball give kids a chance to learn valuable life lessons like teamwork, perseverance, trust, discipline, and leadership. I'm sure every one of us here can remember a team or a coach or even a teammate that changed us as a person, challenged you to become better, taught you how to handle defeat, gave you the grace and humility shown by true champions, and installed in you the work ethic and drive that probably allowed you to achieve your goals. When I think back about baseball and the opportunities that this provides to kids throughout our community, I think back to when I was a kid, and frankly, the coaches in my life, particularly one, his name was Adam Bover, if it wasn't for his involvement in teaching me not only our sport, but also the confidence to utilize what I learned in this sport to be the first in my family to graduate college, to be that someone who could achieve goals, because he told me if I can achieve goals in my sport, I can achieve goals in life. I know I wouldn't be standing here today. And I'm pretty sure that everyone here at one point had someone in their life that showed them through sports that their potential. Now, we all know that not everyone has the same opportunities to play. Competitive youth teams come with a cost that many families simply cannot afford. Wichita is lucky to have League 42. This inaugurations of Wichita kids the opportunity to play the game of baseball who might not otherwise have had that opportunity. With the goal of making baseball affordable for all kids who want to play, the league is giving our kids much more than just a uniform and glove. You are giving our kids a place to belong, a place to learn and a place to grow, a chance to be a part of a team, and there is something uniquely American about passing on the game of baseball to that next generation. The folks that began League 42 did so because they saw a need and then they took action. There is something uniquely Wichitan about that. We are a city of people that care fiercely about the place that we call home and the people we call neighbors. Now, in 2021, we cannot stop showing how much we care. The world is a different place today than it was April 15th in 1947. But we are still fighting some of the same fights. When Jackie Robinson made his Major League Baseball debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers, it was a significant moment in baseball history, but we all know it was much bigger than baseball. To become the first black player in Major League, Jackie Robinson had to overcome much adversity. As you know, he was the youngest of 5 kids, raised by a single mother in relative poverty. But Jackie excelled in sports, eventually making it to UCLA, where there he became the first athlete to earn varsity letters in 4 different sports: basketball, baseball, football, and track. He overcame racial discrimination and financial hardship to make it to the major leagues. Once there, Jackie Robinson had a Hall of Fame career as a skillful hitter, a masterful base runner, and fielder. As a black athlete, by breaking through into professional sports, Jackie Robinson laid down a pivotal brick on that road towards equality. And in 2021, we have not yet reached the destination of that road. Though we have made plenty of progress, we still continue to lay bricks and still have more bricks to lay. As we honor the baseball and civil rights legend with this statue today, I want to challenge each of us to be inspired by his accomplishments. The accomplishments of Jackie Robinson. We might not all turn out to be great athletes like Jackie Robinson. And I certainly know that I wouldn't be standing here today if I turned out to be a great athlete. But we all have the opportunity to do great things. And like Jackie Robinson, we all have the opportunity to do our part to make a difference. So with that, again, thank you for the invitation. Thank you for being here today, supporting our community. And to the league and all those who make the league possible, thank you for what you do for our Wichita kids. And last, thank you to the city of Wichita, to Troy and his staff, who are always behind the scene, making things happen. Frankly, that I don't think people know how much they make things happen, because they certainly don't get out here and look for an applause or look to really get attention for it. So, and for them, please, let's give them a hand. Thank you.
Jackie Robinson, but thanks, Mayor. I don't need to do that anymore. Just kidding. Thank you. Thank you. I want to make sure to thank a few people before we unveil the statue, and we're very close to making that happen. One of the people that we have worked very closely with is the director of the McAdams Park Rec Center. And for the first 7 years of our existence, that was Larry Dennis. And now that person is Corey Lyons. And we're thankful to have Larry and to have Corey in support of what we're doing. And Anessa, is Anessa still here?
Yes.
Anessa as well over at the Rec Center. They are amazing people, and they have helped us enormously. I would like all of our current and former board members to at least raise your hands, or maybe even step up here by the statue so that you can be recognized, please. Current and former League 42 board members. Thanks to these amazing people for their contributions to what you're seeing happen today and what you're seeing happen on a daily basis with League 42. I would like for our coaches, former and current, to step forward. Our coaches who are here tonight, former and current, that's Bob Fry speaking. He wants some notoriety, so just kidding. Bob Fry is our Director of Operations and has been a stellar part of League 42 since our inception. And last but certainly not least, in fact foremost, our players.
Yeah. Come on.
Could you guys and girls please come up here too to be acknowledged? Don't act humble now.
Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
There, I'm going to try not to turn your cameras off. As people know, I get emotional. They're what this is all about. They're who we're serving. And I can't wait to get to know them all again. We were off last year. It was miserable. We're back. And these kids, we are going to devote every amount of energy we have to making this a great experience for these wonderful kids. Love you. Here's one of our best young kids right here. Just kidding. He's the shortest board member we've ever had. Finally, I want to introduce the star of the show tonight. I grew up with John Parsons. We've known each other since we were in grade school at Pleasant View Elementary in Derby, Kansas. We are the same age, which means, God, we're old. He is an amazingly gifted individual. I don't think John will mind me telling the story of, he used to be a firefighter, and one day he climbed up in a tree to do some hunting, and he fell out of that tree and suffered some injuries. It cost him his firefighting career, and all he did was go on to be a world-class taxidermist in Derby for many years. And then he took that artistic talent and became a sculptor. And I have tremendous respect for John. He's the guy I thought of when this notion of a bronze sculpture came into my head. We got one of the best in the country, right, 10 miles to our south. Let's see what he'd do for us. And John does not like to speak. So, in fact, he can't speak, let's be honest. No, he can, but he just doesn't wish to. But I would like for John to at least come forward to be acknowledged. So it's my understanding that there is a ribbon cutting before we do the unveiling. Is that correct? Okay. Well, we're ready to do the ribbon cutting because I think we're all really anxious to see this statue. So we have a player from League 42, Christian Laws, who has been with our league since he was a little guy. I got a quick story to tell about him. One day I came out here, and he was out here playing catch, I believe with his father. And I noticed him, and I said, that kid has a really good arm. And I asked him, have you played baseball before? And I think your answer was no, right? He was 5 or 6 years old at the time. And we got him signed up in the league. He played on my team, which is illegal recruiting. I apologize. But that was it. Who said that? But he only played for my team 1 year. So he's been on other teams throughout his League 42 career. He's now 13, and he's going to help with the ribbon cutting. Christian?
So Christian, look at your photographer first and let her get her shot. Count of 3. Woo!
All right, and it's time for the moment. I've asked 2 of our players, Nathan and Michael Binford and Nathan, to help us get this rope taken off the tarp. So with some help, if you guys can step up and do that. Where's Michael?
Right here.
Let's go, Michael. Get up on the bench and just start taking the rope off. All right, get all the rope off, and then when I tell you to take off the tarp, then we're going to do that, okay? Is everybody ready for this moment? Yeah. I'm ready for this moment. Nathan, why don't you do the honors? Take off the tarp and help them out.
There we go. I got you. You ready? Woo woo! Nice.
Phenomenal.
See the statue?
Quite a moment for us and for you too. We think this will be a landmark in Wichita. I think people will come from all over to see it. When people are driving by, we expect more accidents out here on 17th Street.
No, no, no.
But that's because of the parallel parking. No, just kidding. So thank you all for being here tonight. You're free to mingle, take pictures, do whatever you need to do. This is a very good place to be right now. Thank you all.
Look, we're just gonna look at the statue. We're just showing it. Right, who is that man? Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson. See? You ready to see it? Come on, Bob. Give me some. Good job.
Good stuff. Thank you for coming.